Hello. Today I wanted to guide you through the basics of setting up quizzes on Canvas, showing the question types, managing quiz settings, and using quizzes to assess student learning. By the end of the session, hopefully you'll feel confident creating quizzes that evaluate and reinforce learning in your courses. But why do we use them? Why use a quiz? Canvas quizzes are a versatile tool that can help support a wide range of learning objectives. They allow you to assess student comprehension, reinforce concepts, provide feedback, and tailor instruction based on performance. Quizzes are also useful in preparing students for exams and helping them engage with material in a structured, interactive way. So this can be useful for you in a number of ways. You can kind of gauge what they're learning, giving a quick, maybe 5-question quiz can help you get data on like where they're at with their learning. Did they comprehend this or not? I know I like to use quizzes for like a preview for. I've got a certified exam that they have to take for my class, and I often like to give a couple quizzes that shows what the questions will be like on that certified exam. So just to show an example, I'm going to go here to quizzes. And here's a number of quizzes from this class that I use. I'm going to pull up this practice quiz. Let's go and preview it. And here's kind of an example of one that I pull up for my students to give them a chance to see what the questions would be like for the certified exam they take, where they would have questions written out in a way that they would normally see them. They would have to fill in the blank. It tells the students not to use units, to just put that X number of numbers. This one, I want them to write out in the place 4 numbers to answer this. And in this, they're going to drawings, and they're modifying their drawings for me, and a lot of times either finding a point, like this one right here is them finding a point, or they're finding a distance between two things. So this is just one of the examples that I put up for my students, and one of the reasons why I like to use it. You can do fill in the blank. A lot of this is fill in the blank because of the nature of what I'm trying to show the students on how to do the certified exam. But you can also do things like a drop down where they can select answers. Trying to see if there's another one on here. I don't think there is. I believe this is multiple choice. They could click on one. There's another multiple choice, but this allows them to select more than one answer. These are all different things that you could create and add to your quiz. I hit submit. Yeah, I know. And then it's going to grade it automatically. So it's going to give them a grade. It's going to post that to your grades in Canvas. Depending on how you set this up, you can allow them to do unlimited attempts or not. That's really up to you. For this one, it's a practice quiz. They have 20 points. I could shuffle my questions and answers, but I didn't. I gave them a time limit of 60 minutes. There is a time limit on their certified test, so I made a time limit on that. I do allow for multiple attempts because it is a practice quiz. I let them do it a couple times. The more times they do it, the better they're going to be off on it. And if they keep trying to find the correct answers, that's good for them, and That helps them out. And I tell it to keep the highest score, unlimited attempts. They can view their responses. They can view the questions that they got wrong. And I don't want to show correct answers until they get them correct, and I don't need to do one question at a time. So those are just things that you can add to this. So, all right, so let me go back to quizzes here. So to open a new quiz, I go into quizzes on the left-hand side here, and then I go to add a quiz, plus quiz. Now in this is going to be the settings on how to start. In here you can go through this. You can name this quiz. So I'm going to name this Canvas Demo Quiz. You can name it whatever you like. You can give instructions. You can explain the quiz. This is a practice quiz for demo. And you can write in as much as you need. And you can make this a practice quiz, a graded quiz, a graded survey, or an ungraded survey. So they can do a survey where they can just mark things off on a survey, and they can get a point for each one they do. That'll help boost up your responses on that. Or you can make it an ungraded survey. It's really up to you. But this graded survey would be just, did they answer the question? Yes, they got a point. The practice quiz can be graded or not graded. Maybe it's just not graded. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not graded. And then we can do a graded quiz. There we go. You can decide where it goes. I usually put mine in assignments. Depending on how you structured your class, it depends on where you'd want to put it. Safe bet is they'll put it in assignments. I sync to my PowerSchool. My grades go through PowerSchool. Yours might not. It's perfectly fine if you don't have anything clicked here. You can shuffle the answers. That helps if there are students sitting behind each other and one student notices they're on the same question and might want to click on the same spot that they click on. If you hit shuffle answers, that'll be a lot harder for them. You can give a time limit. It's all up to you. I wouldn't go past a normal class period. So, I don't know, I'm going to hit 45 minutes. You don't have to do a time limit. It's up to you. Allow multiple attempts. I always like to do this because I feel that the more that they do it, the better they'll be at it. But you might want to just gauge at where they're at. And so you might not want to do multiple attempts. It's completely optional. And if you do, you can say, okay, they can try it 3 times. Or if I just leave this unclicked, it'd be as often as they want. And then I can keep the highest, the latest, or the average. I usually opt for the highest. Let students see their quiz responses. Sometimes this is good, sometimes this isn't. I don't really want students to share if it's something over multiple periods, so you might not want them to see their responses. It's up to you. It depends on you know your class and you know if they'll be sharing answers or not. And then you can let the students see the correct answers, and if you don't want them to see it that day, you can make it at a later date. So you can do show one question at a time. That's fine. Allow an access code. This is all stuff that you don't really need to do. If you really want to, you can. And then a due date. And if you want it available on a certain date or until a certain date, those are things you can add. A lot of that's like your assignments. Now, if we go back to the top and we go to questions, here's where we create the quiz. Here is where we create the questions that you will need. And I'm sorry, I'm looking over my notes, making sure I'm getting everything. Yeah, okay. For the questions, you just want to hit a new question. You're either going to hit a new question, you're going to do a new question group, or you're going to find questions. If you're doing questions you've already written, you could definitely click on Find Questions here. And it'll load up all of the quizzes that you've had in the past that you could pull up. Let's see here. I can add this question in. I hit Add Question, and then it pulls up my question. If you just want to do a quick gauge on where they're at, you want to pull up 5 questions you think they should know right now, you can do that. You can do the Find Question. All right. New question. Here's where you start generating some new questions. You can do a fill in the blank, true and false, multiple choice, fill in multiple blanks, multiple answers. There's a lot here. I'm going over maybe a couple of these, maybe the top 3 here, but the rest, if you kind of play around with, you can figure out. So if we do multiple choice, it's going to want a question first, and we can put in, let's say, which option is a example of PPE? Question mark. Never great in sentence structure. Here we can put in a correct answer. Did I do multiple choice? Yeah, I did. Huh. Let's put safety losses. What happened? Did I make a mistake? Oh, add another answer. Sorry. And you can add as many as you want. I don't know. I'm just going to add some silly stuff. So, and you can add 4, 5, 6, however many you need. And the top one's going to be your correct answer. You can also leave notes. So if you want them after they're done with their test, they want to look to see what they got right or wrong, you can put notes in. And let's see here. And let's say, for example, if they got this wrong, you can tell them, please read. You can tell them where to go to find the information so they can get it right. Please read chapter 3, page 4. I don't know. I'm just throwing that in there. And you can do that for all the wrong answers. And then when they're done, they'll see that they'll see that. So I'll hit done, and I'm going to hit update question, and then that's the first question popped in. Let's add another question. Let's do true and false. Safety glasses are PPE, true or false. Here we've got true. We can change it to false if we want, just clicking on these arrows. It is true. We could add the notes if we wanted to. We do not have to. And then let's add one more question. Let's do fill in the blank. All right. And we can do what PPE do you wear over your eyes? Did I put a question mark in there? No, but I need to put a period in that one. And then possible answer. Oh, is this true and false? No, it should be fill in the blank. So here you can give multiple possible answers. Safety glasses. And then you can tell the students that if they type it in wrong, like say for example, they would type in something like without safety glasses without a space. And say for example they got it wrong, then you can tell them you can correct it later, something like that. You could put multiple variations of answers that might mean the same thing that your students, you might think the students might type in. All right. And then, let's see here. And that might be it. I am having office hours today. All right, after 3:05. If you have any more questions for me, let me know. Sarah's going to be posting my Zoom link that I'll be using. So just kind of let me know if you have any questions, if you get stuck on something. It'd be a good idea to try to create something today with maybe 5 questions to it, play around with it. I would encourage you to do a quiz for one day coming up where you can gauge if you want to see if the students are remembering certain things. Like for nursing, if you want to make sure that they're remembering their blood pressure numbers that they need to fall in to be a normal blood pressure. I mean, that might be a good idea. So I don't know, but I would encourage you to make at least one quiz that you might give out in the next couple days or so and try it out. Try to create something today, 5 questions. That way, if you run into something, you can get a hold of me during the office hours I'm posting, and I'm free to answer anything. Just email me. Email me if you can't make it to the office hours today. And thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. All right, bye.